What if everything you thought you knew about success, friendship, and growth was wrong? What if the key to unlocking your potential lies in the most unexpected places? This journey will challenge everything you've believed, and by the end, you'll see the world and yourself through a completely new lens. Stay with me, for what comes next will change how you move through life. Well then, let's begin. Sparks of the spirit, not shadows of habit. You must understand, there is no growth in comfort, no greatness in complacency. Those who surround you with mirrors, reflecting only your own image, are not companions, but specters. They lull you into a slumber of mediocrity, feeding your ego with the sweet poison of agreement. True kindred spirits do not mimic your thoughts, they ignite them. Their words are not echoes, they are sparks that set fire to your dormant potential. Do not seek the soothing balm of like-mindedness. Embrace instead the sharp edge of contradiction. It is there, in the clash of minds, that wisdom is born. The one who dares to challenge you, to unsettle your certainties, is not your adversary, but your greatest ally. They are the storm that shakes the tree, forcing the weak branches to fall and the strong ones to reach higher. Such people may not always feel comfortable to be around. Their presence might sting, their truths might pierce, but therein lies their value. They are the ones who see in you not what you are, but what you could be. They are the architects of your transformation, the alchemists who turn complacency into courage. Surround yourself not with the shadows of habit, but with the flames of those who dare to think differently. For it is these sparks that will illuminate your path, revealing not just the road ahead, but the infinite horizons you never dared to dream of. Those who challenge you, not those who agree. Beware the comfort of easy agreement. The world is filled with pleasant voices, eager to nod along, to reaffirm your every thought and soothe your soul with the illusion of rightness. Yet, these voices are not your allies. They are the sirens of stagnation, lulling you into the calm seas of mediocrity. Greatness is not born from such calm. It is forged in the storms of dissent. Seek out those who unsettle you, whose words strike like a hammer against the anvil of your convictions. These are the ones who see you as more than you are, who refuse to let you settle for less. They are not the echo of your thoughts, but the resistance that sharpens them, the fire that tempers the steel of your mind. Do not mistake conflict for enmity. The one who stands against your ideas may, in truth, be the one who stands most deeply for your growth. They do not argue to diminish you, but to elevate you, to strip away the falsehoods that shackle you, and reveal the strength that lies beneath. Their challenges are not wounds. They are the necessary fractures from which new understanding emerges. The path to truth is neither smooth nor straight. It winds through the wilderness of doubt, over the jagged peaks of disagreement. Those who accompany you on this journey, who dare to question you, to oppose you, are the ones who lead you closer to the summit. They are the rare few who value your evolution over your comfort, who see in you the potential for something greater and are unafraid to demand it. Cherish these challenges, for they are the sculptors of your soul. Without them, you risk becoming a monument to untested certainty, a hollow echo of what you might have been. With them you rise, shaped, refined, and unbreakable. The joy in their eyes, strength for your steps. There exists a rare kind of person whose mere presence is like the breaking of dawn. You feel it not in words nor even in deeds, but in the light they carry, a radiance that cannot be feigned. It is in their eyes, a quiet fire of joy that speaks not of fleeting happiness, but of something deeper, a vitality, a love of life, a refusal to let the weight of existence extinguish their spirit. These are the ones who do not drain you. They do not come to you like shadows, sapping your strength and leaving you hollow. Instead, they lift you, as if your burdens have suddenly become lighter, simply because they are near. They carry an energy that is contagious, not the frantic energy of urgency, but the calm, unwavering power of someone who is truly alive. Do not waste your steps following those who extinguish your fire. The world is full of faces that seem lifeless, eyes dulled by routine and bitterness. Such people will tether you to the same mediocrity that has consumed them. Their presence is a slow erosion, a quiet devouring of your own light. But when you find those rare souls with joy in their eyes, hold them close. Their energy becomes your strength, their light illuminates your path. It is not their responsibility to carry you, nor should it be. Yet, by their very nature, they inspire movement within you. They remind you that life is not merely to be endured, but to be embraced, savored, celebrated. These individuals are not perfect. Perfection is a myth of the weak. What matters is their essence, their refusal to let the world dull their edges. They are the kindling for your own fire, the force that keeps you moving forward when the road is steep. Seek them, cherish them, for they are the sparks that will light your way through the darkest of nights. Those who lead forward, not backward. The past is a comforting weight, a familiar shadow that whispers of what has been, of victories long won and wounds long suffered. But beware, shadows do not guide, they only cling. To dwell too long in their embrace is to stagnate, to wither in the illusion that the past holds the answers to the future. It does not. The past is a graveyard of moments, the future an uncharted horizon. Choose your companions wisely, for they will determine whether you remain among the tombstones or stride into the unknown. There are those who cannot let go of the chains of yesterday. They carry their regrets like talismans, their failures like monuments. These people will bind you to their inertia, wrapping you in their fear of what lies ahead. They drag you back, not out of malice, but because they cannot see beyond the ruins of their own choices. To walk with them is to allow yourself to sink, step by step, into the same mire. Instead, seek the ones who gaze ahead with daring eyes, who see the past not as a prison, but as a stepping stone. These are the visionaries, the restless souls who refuse to be confined by what has been. Their thoughts are not of what they have lost, but of what they have yet to gain. They are the explorers of possibility, the architects of the new. To stand beside them is to feel the pull of the future, to be swept up in a tide of momentum that will not be stopped. Their energy is not always gentle, and their path is rarely easy. They may challenge you, demand you leave behind the comfortable illusions of nostalgia, but this is their gift. They remind you that life is not found in looking back, but in forging forward. They do not just inspire movement, they compel it. Let go of the hands that hold you in place. Grasp instead those that pull you toward the unknown. Surround yourself with those who lead, who dare, who dream, and you will find yourself rising alongside them. The future belongs not to those who remember, but to those who create. Silent sages, not shouting fools. The loudest voices often carry the least weight. In the cacophony of the world, where everyone clamors to be heard, it is tempting to mistake noise for wisdom. Yet wisdom rarely shouts. It resides in the stillness, between words, in the deliberate pauses where thought takes root. True sages are not those who speak endlessly, but those whose silence holds more meaning than the empty chatter of the masses. Look around you. How many speak merely to fill the air, to drown out their own insecurities, to project an illusion of authority? These are the shouting fools, the architects of distraction. They demand attention but offer nothing of substance. Their words are a tempest of insignificance, scattering the seeds of confusion rather than clarity. To follow them is to be led astray, to mistake their volume for value. But then there are the silent ones, the rare individuals who listen, who observe, who speak only when the moment demands it. Their words are not many, but they are precise, like arrows that strike the heart of truth. Their wisdom comes not from the need to be seen, but from the depth of their understanding. To stand in their presence is to feel the weight of their insight. Even in their quietude, these silent sages are not passive. Their silence is an act of strength, a refusal to engage in the trivial. They know that speaking for the sake of speaking is a betrayal of thought. When they do speak, their words resonate, cutting through the noise like a blade through fog. They do not seek to impress, but to enlighten. Value these rare companions, for they are the anchors in a world adrift in meaningless sound. Their silence will teach you to listen. Their restraint will teach you patience. And their wisdom will guide you when the noise becomes unbearable. To walk alongside them is to find clarity, to learn that sometimes the most profound truths are spoken not in words, but in the quiet moments where understanding dawns. They do not ask, they give. In a world obsessed with transactions, where every act is weighed against what it might return, there exists a rare breed of individuals who defy this shallow arithmetic. They give not to receive, but because giving is their nature, their essence. Their generosity is not a performance, but a quiet truth, spoken not with words, but with actions. They are the unseen architects of goodness, building bridges where others see only walls. Beware the ones who proclaim their virtue loudly, who parade their charity for applause. Their giving is not pure. It is a bargain disguised as benevolence, a calculated move in the theater of their ego. Their hands may seem open, but they are always waiting, expecting, demanding something in return. To rely on such people is to build your foundation on sand, for their loyalty lasts only as long as it benefits them. Instead, seek those who act without expectation, whose kindness is as natural as the sun's light or the river's flow. These are the ones who see a need and fill it, who lift others without weighing the cost. They do not keep score, they do not wait for acknowledgement. Their reward lies not in what they gain, but in the act itself, in the quiet satisfaction of knowing they have made the world fractionally better. These people are rare, and their presence is transformative. They remind you of what humanity can be at its highest, selfless, compassionate, alive with purpose beyond the self. Their actions inspire not through grandeur, but through consistency, through a relentless dedication to giving, even when it is unnoticed, even when it is inconvenient. To walk alongside such individuals is to witness the quiet power of true generosity. Their example will challenge you, urging you to look inward and ask, what do I give? And in this reflection, you will find the seeds of your own growth. Surround yourself with these souls, and you will learn the art of giving, not as a means to an end, but as an end in itself, a way of life that transforms both the giver and the world they touch. Brave but not reckless. There is a fine line between courage and folly, a line invisible to the untrained eye, yet one that separates the wise from the doomed. Courage is not the absence of fear, it is the mastery of it. Recklessness, on the other hand, is the blind leap into the abyss, without the foresight to see where one might land. To surround yourself with the reckless is to anchor your fate to chaos, to gamble your future on their inability to discern the difference between daring and destruction. True bravery is a rare quality, for it requires not just the willingness to act, but the clarity to weigh the consequences. It is not the rash charge into battle, but the calculated step forward when retreat seems easier. Those who embody this bravery are not driven by impulse, but by purpose. They do not risk for the sake of risk. They risk for the sake of what matters, for what cannot be achieved without stepping into the unknown. These are the people you must seek, the ones who dare to challenge the impossible, but who do so with eyes wide open. They understand that every step into uncertainty carries both promise and peril, and they prepare accordingly. Their courage inspires, but their wisdom steadies. To walk with them is to learn the art of calculated risk, to understand that the greatest triumphs are born not of recklessness, but of bold, deliberate action. Beware, however, of those who mistake recklessness for valor. They will pull you into their chaos, convincing you that their wild leaps are acts of bravery. But their actions are empty. They risk because they do not understand the cost, because they lack the discipline to wait, to plan, to act with precision. They are the storm that consumes all in its path, leaving ruin where there could have been progress. The brave, yet wise, are your true allies. They do not flinch in the face of danger, but neither do they charge headlong into it. Their strength lies in their balance, the ability to act with both heart and mind, to embrace risk without succumbing to recklessness. To follow them is to learn the balance yourself, to discover that courage is not the absence of caution, but its perfect companion. And with that balance, you too will find the power to achieve what others dare not even dream. Those who see more in you than you see in yourself. There are moments when the weight of doubt becomes unbearable, when the reflection staring back at you feels small, flawed, incapable of greatness. You question your worth, your strength, your potential. In these moments, the world feels like a vast, indifferent void, and you, its faintest whisper. But then, like a beacon cutting through the fog, there appears someone who looks at you not with judgment, but with conviction. These rare souls do not see you as you are now, bound by your fears and limitations. They see the unshaped marble, the sleeping giant, the seed of something extraordinary waiting to bloom. They do not mock your doubts, they challenge them. Their belief in you is not blind, it is a reflection of their vision, their ability to see the greatness you've hidden even from yourself. Such people are not merely kind, they are transformative. They hold up a mirror, but instead of showing you your flaws, they show you your possibilities. Their faith in you is unshakable, even when yours falters. They are not content with watching you remain small. They push, they pull, they demand that you rise, not because they need you to succeed, but because they know you can. Do not underestimate the power of their belief. It is not a gentle hand, it is a force, a surge of energy that propels you forward when your legs can no longer move. They are the ones who remind you that your story is still unwritten, your potential untapped. To have such a person in your life is a gift beyond measure. A reminder that the limitations you see are often illusions, and that within you lies far more than you dare to imagine. Cherish these people. They are the architects of your transformation, the ones who refuse to let you settle for mediocrity. Their belief in you is a fire that can reignite your own, a spark that can illuminate the path ahead even in your darkest hours. Walk with them, and you will find yourself becoming the person they already know you are capable of being. Their words are like the wind that drives the sail. In a world filled with static, noise, and endless distractions, there are those rare individuals whose words do not simply fill the air. They propel you, like the wind that pushes a ship forward. Their stories carry with them a force that drives you onward, urging you to rise from the inertia of the everyday and sail towards something greater. These are the storytellers, the dreamers, the ones who have seen the depths of struggle and soared to the heights of triumph. Their lives are not perfect, but they are rich with meaning, woven with threads of challenge, resilience, and transformation. They speak not of what was, but of what could be. Their stories are not just recollections of the past, they are blueprints for the future, maps that guide you through your own uncharted waters. To hear their words is to feel the wind in your own sails, to sense the stirring of something deep within you that has lain dormant for too long. Their experiences become a mirror, a reflection of your own potential yet untouched. They do not tell you what to do or who to be. Instead, they awaken a fire within you, a desire to move, to change, to break free from the chains of complacency. For, in their stories, you see that greatness is not a gift bestowed upon the few, but a struggle fought by all. They show you that the path to greatness is not a straight road, but a winding journey filled with obstacles, failures, and moments of doubt. But they also show you that within each of these moments lies the power to transform, to rise, to become. These storytellers are not just narrators of events. They are the very architects of your momentum. Their words are the wind, and you are the vessel. To listen to them is to allow your course to change, to open yourself to the possibility that you too can chart a new direction, that the horizon holds something greater than you have ever imagined. So listen closely, for every word they speak is a breeze that could lead you to places you've never dared to go. Let their stories be the force that drives you forward, and you will find your own wind beneath your sails. Those who speak the truth, even when it hurts. There is a brutal honesty that cuts deeper than the sharpest blade, a truth that pierces through the veil of comfort and complacency, ripping apart the illusions we have carefully constructed to protect ourselves. It is not the soft, sweet truth that flatters and reassures. It is the kind of truth that comes like a storm, shaking the very foundations of your beliefs, leaving you exposed and vulnerable in its wake. But it is in this discomfort, in this unsettling clash with reality, that true growth begins. The ones who speak this truth, who dare to expose the raw, unvarnished essence of things, are not your enemies. They are your saviors. For they offer you a gift that few can bear, the gift of clarity, the ability to see yourself and the world as they truly are, free from the distortions of your own desires and fears. To seek out these individuals is to surround yourself with those who refuse to let you live in a lie. They do not bend their words to spare your feelings, nor do they shrink from the awkwardness of their honesty. They speak because they understand something you might not yet. The truth, no matter how painful, is the only path to freedom. These are the people who will not let you drift into mediocrity, who will not allow you to accept excuses or self-deception. Their words will sting, yes, but they will also awaken you to a reality that could lead to transformation. The discomfort is the crucible in which your true self is forged. Without it, you remain a shadow of what you could be, forever trapped in the prison of your own making. Beware of those who speak only what you wish to hear. They are the enablers of your weakness, the architects of your stagnation. They flatter you with false assurances, but in doing so, they deny you the opportunity to evolve. Instead, seek the ones who speak the truths that make you uncomfortable, who dare to hold up a mirror to your soul and show you all that you have been avoiding. In their words, you will find not condemnation, but liberation. In their honesty, you will find the courage to face the parts of yourself you've long hidden and to rise above them. For it is in the raw, painful truth that we are given the opportunity to become more than we are. Embrace it, not as a wound, but as a weapon, a tool for your own growth and freedom. And those who give it to you, though they hurt you in the moment, are the ones who will lead you to the life you were meant to live. Those who come not only in joy, but in sorrow. It is easy to stand by someone when the sun is shining, when the world is full of promise, and success is within reach. In these moments, everyone is a friend, everyone is a companion, for joy is a magnet that draws us together. But true strength, true loyalty, reveals itself in the darkness, when the storm is at its fiercest, when all that you've built begins to crumble, and the weight of despair threatens to crush you. The ones who remain. During these times, those who do not turn away when the tide rises, when the winds howl and the world seems to fall apart, are your true companions. They are the ones who do not need the luxury of ease to show up. They do not require success to validate their presence. Their loyalty is forged in the fire of hardship, their support unwavering, even when the path is no longer clear. These are The rare souls who do not abandon you when the world becomes too heavy to bear. They do not disappear when the mask of perfection slips, when vulnerability exposes its raw truth. No, they stay. They stay because they understand something profound, that true connection is not made in the moments of comfort, but in the moments of crisis. To walk alongside them is to learn the meaning of resilience. They are the ones who will hold you when you can no longer stand, who will speak truth to you when all you want is escape. They remind you that while joy is fleeting, sorrow is deep, and it is in this depth that the most authentic bonds are formed. Their presence is not just an act of kindness, it is a testament to the power of human connection, a force that does not waver in the face of challenge. Do not seek those who are only with you in your triumphs. These people are the fair weather companions, the ones who come and go like the seasons. They are not the ones who will carry you through the darkest nights of your soul. The true test of friendship, of loyalty, lies in the willingness to walk beside you when the road is rough, when the world no longer supports you, and when the light seems distant. The ones who stand by you in your sorrow are the ones who will never truly leave. Their presence is a promise, a reminder that even when everything falls apart, you do not face it alone. They are the lifeline in your storm, the constant in the chaos, the ones who will help you rebuild even when the ruins seem insurmountable. In their company, you will find the courage to rise again, and in their unwavering support, you will discover that even in the darkest of times, there is a light that can never be extinguished. They do not compete. They create with you. In a world driven by comparison, where each individual seems to measure their worth by how they rank against the rest, there exists a rare and powerful breed of people, those who understand that greatness is not achieved in isolation nor in rivalry, but in collaboration. These are the ones who do not view you as a threat to their success, but as a partner in the creation of something greater than the sum of both your efforts. To surround yourself with competitors is to invite a constant war into your life. A war of egos, of who is faster, smarter, more capable. It is a war that drains, that divides, and ultimately leaves you with nothing but hollow victories and empty boasts. You may win battles, but you will never build an empire. For no empire was ever built alone, nor with enemies at your side. True power lies in creation. Not in the hollow victories of a race, but in the forging of something lasting, something that cannot be reduced to a number or a title. When you choose partners over competitors, you choose the path of visionaries who understand that together you can move mountains. They are the ones who will not only walk beside you, but will challenge you to push the boundaries of what you thought possible. These are the ones who see the world not as a limited resource, but as an open field waiting to be shaped. They understand that the beauty of creation is in the synergy, in the blending of ideas, skills, and perspectives that could never come from a solitary pursuit. They do not wish to defeat you. They wish to lift you up, to elevate you to heights you could never reach alone. To walk with these people is to understand that true success is not measured by how much you have won or how far ahead you are, but by what you have built together. It is an alliance of minds, hearts, and souls, working not for individual glory, but for the shared purpose of creating something that will last, something that will echo through time. So if you seek greatness, do not surround yourself with those who strive only to outdo you. Seek the ones who will collaborate, who will challenge you to expand your vision, who will stand by you, not to compete, but to create something that neither of you could have achieved on your own. For it is in this union, in this shared purpose, that you will find the power to create, to build, and to leave a legacy that no rivalry can ever destroy. Those who are not afraid of change. Change is the greatest enemy of the comfortable, the destroyer of the predictable, the force that rips through the facade of stability and reveals the raw, unshaped potential beneath. Most people resist it, fearing its unpredictability, its chaos, and its cost. They cling to the known, to the structures they have built to shield themselves from the storm of transformation. But there are those, rare and powerful, who do not shrink from change. They embrace it, not as a force to be feared, but as the very catalyst for growth, evolution, and rebirth. These individuals are not content to remain static, to settle into the complacency of what is. They understand that to change is to live, to die to the old self, and be reborn into the new. They are the ones who do not just accept change, but drive it, shaping themselves and the world around them with a relentless will to evolve. What makes them truly extraordinary is not merely their willingness to change themselves, but their ability to bring others along in this journey. They are the guides, the mentors, the ones who see beyond the fear and the resistance, who can recognize the seeds of possibility in the chaos of transformation. They do not ask you to remain as you are, for they know that stagnation is death, and that the only path to greatness lies in the courage to shed the skin of yesterday. To be with such people is to be in the company of those who push you, who challenge you to break free from your self-imposed limitations, to shed the comforting shackles of who you once were. They do not hold you in the past, they call you to the future. And in their presence, you are not just allowed to change, you are encouraged, uplifted, and driven to become the version of yourself you've always been capable of, but never dared to see. There is no greater gift than the power to transform, to evolve, to break free from the mold of the old self and emerge stronger, clearer, and more capable than ever before. And those who walk beside you, not as anchors but as flames, igniting your spirit to rise and evolve, are the ones who will truly shape your destiny. Do not fear change, seek it, embrace it, and surround yourself with those who will walk this path with you, for they are the true architects of your greatness. Those who see the world through the eyes of a child. There is a magic in the world, buried beneath the layers of routine and expectation, a magic that only those with the purest hearts can see. It is in the way the sunlight dances on the leaves, the way the wind whispers through the trees, the way the stars seem to speak in a language we long forgot how to understand. But as we grow older, we lose touch with this magic. We become blind to the wonder that surrounds us, our eyes clouded by the weight of our own cynicism and the demands of a world that insists we focus only on what is practical, what is necessary. But there are those rare souls, those who refuse to let the magic fade. They are the ones who still see the world through the eyes of a child, who marvel at the little things, who find joy in the simplest of moments. They see the beauty in a forgotten flower blooming in the cracks of the pavement, the wonder in the way the rain taps on the window, the joy in the sound of laughter echoing through the air. These are the people who remind you that life is not just a series of tasks to complete, but a journey of discovery, a journey where every moment holds the potential for awe. They do not see the world as a place of burdens, but as a canvas of possibilities, where every experience is a stroke of paint on a masterpiece yet to be completed. To be in their presence is to be reminded of something you may have forgotten, that there is beauty in everything, that every encounter, every experience is a chance to witness something miraculous. They invite you to see the world not as a place to conquer, but as a place to explore with wide eyes and an open heart. These people do not just see magic, they bring it with them. They remind you that the world is not as mundane as you've been taught to believe. They share their vision with you, and in doing so, they awaken something deep within you, the part of you that still knows how to wonder, how to dream, how to find joy in the simplest of things. You need these people in your life. They are the ones who will open your eyes to the magic that lies hidden in the everyday, who will teach you that the world is not something to be conquered, but something to be experienced with awe and reverence. And when you see the world through their eyes, you will find that the mundane becomes extraordinary, the ordinary becomes enchanted, and the world itself becomes a place of endless possibility. As you walk this path, remember, the people who will shape your journey aren't always the loudest or the most visible. They are the ones who challenge you, who see your potential, who stand by you when everything falls apart, and who help you create, not compete. Seek them out, cherish them, and let them help you see the world through eyes that still believe. In magic, may you find the courage to embrace change, the wisdom to surround yourself with those who lift you higher, and the strength to create something powerful together. Stay true to the path of growth, for it is in your transformation that your greatest potential lies.